On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Jolt.
To move or cause to move with a sudden jerky motion, to disturb someone's composure. Noun, a sudden, sharp movement or shock.
Examples:
Jolt entire social systems. Jolt of excitement. The news of the unexpected announcement jolted the stock market.
Startling.
Extremely surprising, astonishing, and sometimes worrying.
Examples:
Startling earthquake shocks. Startling discovery. He describes the story with startling reality.
Scatter.
To cause to separate and go in different directions.
Examples:
Scatter seeds. Scatter around the internet. The hunter's approach scattered the geese.
Epicenter.
The point on the Earth's surface directly above the focus of an earthquake.
Examples:
The epicenter of the sports world. Epicenter magnitude. The epicenter of the earthquake was located deep beneath the Earth's surface.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
Flu pandemic. Global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus. Curator. A person whose job is to manage the objects or artworks in a museum, art gallery, etc.
Examples:
Curator of a library. Interim curator. The museum curator conserved the ancient manuscripts.
Confuse.
To mistake one thing for another, to make somebody hard to understand.
Examples:
Confuse the listener. Confuse fantasy with reality. Her remarks confused the debate.
Worsen.
To become or make something worse.
Examples:
Worsen a relation. Worsen the food problem. Unilateral import bans have worsened that country's terms of trade.
Grapple.
To make a strenuous effort to solve a problem, to engage in a close fight or conflict without weapons.
Examples:
Grapple with problem. Grapple with each other. He needed to grapple with structural reforms to improve the company's revenue.
Escalate.
To increase in intensity, size, or severity, to make something greater, worse, or more serious.
Examples:
Escalate into a major international incident. To escalate. The situation quickly escalated and turned violent.
Sanitize.
To clean or disinfect something to make it safe or hygienic, to remove potentially harmful or sensitive information from a document or communication.
Examples:
Sanitize surfaces. Sanitize the kitchen. I always sanitize my hands before eating to prevent germs from spreading.
Empathy.
The ability to share another person's feelings or experiences by imagining that person's situation.
Examples:
Full of empathy. Empathy for patients. Empathy is also necessary to understand history.
Miraculous.
Very effective or lucky, or completely unexpected.
Examples:
A miraculous encounter. Go through a miraculous change. He made a miraculous recovery.
Caveat.
A warning against certain acts, law, a formal notice filed with a court or officer to suspend a proceeding until the filer is given a hearing.
Examples:
A caveat against unfair practices. General caveat. We often ignore important caveats from nature.
Retroactive.
Taking effect from a date in the past rather than the present, applying to a prior period or event.
Examples:
Retroactive interference. Retroactive changes. The retroactive pay increase was a nice surprise for the employees.
Explode.
To burst or break open violently and noisily, to cause something to burst or break open.
Examples:
Explode in anger. Explode in popularity. The old building exploded in a fiery inferno.
Misstep.
A mistake or error in judgment or action, often resulting in an awkward or embarrassing situation, a misjudged or poorly executed step or movement.
Examples:
Recover from a misstep. Navigating missteps. She took a misstep on the stairs and tumbled down to the bottom.
Lockdown.
An emergency policy for people, communities, or a country to stay where they are, usually due to specific risks, such as COVID-19.
Examples:
Go on lockdown. Lockdown area. The country's prime minister has decided to implement a nationwide lockdown measure.
Asymptomatic.
Not experiencing or exhibiting any symptoms of a particular disease or condition, even though the individual may be infected or affected by it.
Examples:
Asymptomatic carrier, asymptomatic infection. The study showed that 1/3 of infected individuals could remain asymptomatic throughout the disease.
Rehabilitate.
To restore to good health or physical condition, to help someone return to a normal life, especially after a period of illness, addiction, or imprisonment.
Examples:
Rehabilitate prisoners, rehabilitate wildlife. The organization works to rehabilitate drug addicts and help them rebuild their lives.
Pneumonia.
An infection or inflammation of the lungs, typically caused by bacteria, viruses, or other microorganisms.
Examples:
Bacterial pneumonia, viral pneumonia. She was hospitalized with a severe case of pneumonia.
Reprimand.
To express severe disapproval of someone, typically in a formal statement or action. Noun, a rebuke or scolding given to someone, especially by an authority figure, for a mistake or misbehavior.
Examples:
Reprimand me for staying out too late. Official reprimand. The teacher reprimanded the student for cheating on the test.
Backdate.
To assign a date to a document or event that is earlier than the actual date, to make something appear as if it happened earlier than it did.
Examples:
Backdated document, backdate a transaction. The employee tried to backdate the report to avoid getting into trouble.
Defy.
To challenge or dare someone to do something, to resist or disobey a rule, decision, etc.
Examples:
Defy gravity, defy authority. She tried to defy her parents by moving to the city against their wishes.
Rumor.
A piece of unverified information of uncertain origin that is spread by word of mouth.
Examples:
A false rumor, rumor mill. There was a baseless rumor that the company was going bankrupt.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Choreograph.
To compose a sequence of dance steps, often to music.
Examples:
Choreograph a stage performance. Exquisitely choreographed. He had choreographed the dance in this play himself.
Converge.
To move or draw together at a specific location, of lines, to move towards the same point where they join or meet.
Examples:
Converge of a series. converge from different points. The two rivers converge into one near this area.
Whistleblower.
A person who reveals or reports illegal, unethical, or immoral activities, primarily in the workplace or government, that are not publicly known but harm the public interest or other people.
Examples:
Anonymous whistleblower. Government whistleblower. The government has laws in place to protect whistleblowers from retaliation.
Pun.
A humorous play on words or use of words that sound similar but have different meanings, often for a comedic effect, a form of wordplay.
Examples:
Witty pun. Silly pun. The comedian's pun had the audience laughing out loud.
Sentimental.
Connected with or resulting from someone's emotions, rather than reason or realism.
Examples:
In a sentimental mood. Sentimental damage. Stop being sentimental and always speak the truth.
Redefine.
To change the meaning or interpretation of something, to make people think about something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Redefine customer experience. Redefine our role. The video telephony application has redefined the way we work.
Quarantine.
A state of isolation imposed on people or animals to prevent the spread of disease.
Examples:
Out of quarantine. Mandatory quarantine. Due to the outbreak, the government imposed a 2-week quarantine for all travelers.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
Infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Capita.
A Latin word meaning head, used to express the amount for each person, any head or head-like expansion on a structure, as on a bone.
Examples:
Per capita sales. The agricultural yield per capita. GDP per capita shrunk by almost 10% for the third consecutive year.
Ubiquitous.
Being or existing everywhere at once.
Examples:
Ubiquitous computing. Ubiquitous across ecosystems. Sugar is ubiquitous in food.
Supercomputer.
A computer with a high level of computing power and speed, typically used for scientific or engineering computations that require immense amounts of data processing.
Examples:
Supercomputer performance. Supercomputer technology. China has developed one of the world's fastest supercomputers for its space program.
Disinfect.
To clean something using chemicals or other materials that kill germs or bacteria, making it safe and free from harmful microorganisms.
Examples:
Disinfect a wound. Disinfect the kitchen. It is important to disinfect surfaces regularly to prevent the spread of germs.
Chopstick.
A pair of thin, tapered sticks used in East Asian cultures to pick up and eat food.
Examples:
Chopstick holder. Wooden chopstick. She struggled to grab the sushi with chopsticks.
Opine.
To express or state an opinion about something, to hold or assert a belief or view about something.
Examples:
Opine on the matter. Opine about politics. I opine that investing in renewable energy sources is the key to a sustainable future.
Webinar.
A seminar or presentation that is conducted virtually over the internet, usually with an interactive component that allows for audience participation.
Examples:
Webinar registration. Attend a webinar. I learned a lot from the webinar on digital marketing.
Misinformation.
Information that is false or inaccurate, or the act of giving wrong information, especially deliberately.
Examples:
Misinformation about a vaccine. Combat misinformation on social media. The government called for caution against pseudoscientific misinformation about vaccines.
Triage.
The process of sorting or categorizing patients or other items by severity or priority to determine the order in which they should be treated or handled.
Examples:
Triage system. Triage nurse. In the aftermath of the hurricane, the military set up a triage center to assist with medical emergencies.
Annoy.
To make someone angry, anxious, or irritating slightly.
Examples:
Annoy at the time. Annoy everyone else. Her constant chatter was starting to annoy the neighbors.
Puzzled.
Confused or uncertain because you do not understand something.
Examples:
Puzzled expression. Puzzled by the question. She was puzzled by the strange behavior of her cat.
Diligent.
Showing or characterized by care and effort in your work or duties.
Examples:
A diligent person. A diligent search of the files. The diligent detective investigated all clues.
Ingrained.
Deeply rooted in someone's mind or behavior, difficult to change due to being established for a long time.
Examples:
Ingrained habit. Ingrained prejudice. Her fear of dogs was ingrained after a traumatic experience in childhood.
Stigma.
A mark of shame or disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person.
Examples:
Social stigma. Stigma against obesity. The mental health stigma often prevents people from seeking treatment.
Ostracize.
To exclude someone from a group or society by general consent, to avoid speaking to or dealing with intentionally.
Examples:
Ostracize individual. Ostracize group. His peers ostracized him for his controversial beliefs.
Forcibly.
Done by physical power or violence, against someone's will.
Examples:
Forcibly remove. Forcibly taken into a car. The police officer forcibly removed the protesters from the public park.
Overwhelm.
To defeat someone or something by using a great deal of force, to have a strong emotional effect on somebody.
Examples:
He was overwhelmed with gratitude. Overwhelm opponents by numbers. Too much variety may overwhelm and confuse viewers.
Horrify.
To shock or disgust greatly.
Examples:
Horrify audience. Horrify victims. The series of terrorist attacks horrify the entire nation.
Ventilate.
To supply fresh air to a room, building, etc., to remove stale air from it.
Examples:
Ventilate my opinion. Ventilate air. It's important to ventilate the room to avoid the buildup of harmful gases.
Antiviral.
Inhibiting or stopping the growth and reproduction of viruses. Noun, any drug that destroys viruses.
Examples:
Antiviral effect. An antiviral agent. The doctor immediately prescribed antiviral drugs.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
The well-being of a nation. A sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Selfless.
Concerned more with the needs and desires of others than with one's own, unselfish, altruistic.
Examples:
Selfless act. Selfless devotion. Her selfless dedication to the community earned her a prestigious award.
Masthead.
The topmost part of a ship's mast, a list of the staff of a newspaper or magazine, usually printed at the beginning of the publication.
Examples:
Masthead logo. Masthead title. The newspaper masthead displayed the name of the publication along with the current date and weather.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples:
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Stereotype.
A fixed and unvarying idea or image that people have about what someone or something is like, but which is often not true in reality and may cause hurt and offense.
Examples:
Avoid stereotype. Negative stereotypes. Changing stereotypes about LGBTQ requires considerable effort.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Slack.
Lacking intention or firmness, loose or not tight, having a relaxed or lazy attitude.
Examples:
A slack rope. Slack performance. The team's slack attitude towards deadlines caused the project to fall behind schedule.
Commonplace.
Occurring very often, lacking originality or interest.
Examples:
Become a commonplace sight. Commonplace event. Forgetting someone's name is a commonplace occurrence.
Whistle.
To make a high-pitched sound by forcing breath through a small opening, usually with the lips or fingers. Noun, a piece of equipment that forces air or steam against an edge or into a cavity, and so produces a loud shrill sound.
Examples:
Whistle a tune. Whistle for help. The employee decided to whistleblow on the company's illegal activities.
Hashtag.
A word or phrase preceded by the symbol hashtag, used on social media websites and applications to identify messages on a specific topic.
Examples:
Marked with a hashtag. Trending hashtag. Our brand's campaign uses a unique hashtag to track engagement and reach.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Censor.
A person or institution responsible for examining books, movies, and other forms of media to determine if they are harmful or offensive and should be banned or altered. An official in charge of banning or suppressing information.
Examples:
censor a book, censor a TV program. The newspaper editor decided to censor the controversial headline to avoid backlash.
Detrimental.
Causing harm or damage.
Examples:
detrimental eating habits, detrimental to good health. The new policy had a detrimental impact on small businesses.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
trump card, choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Animosity.
Strong hostility or hatred towards someone or something, often resulting in conflict or ill will.
Examples:
personal animosity, deep-seated animosity. The animosity between the two political parties has only grown stronger over the years.
Undercover.
Carried out or conducted in secret, with one's true identity or purpose concealed, disguised, incognito.
Examples:
undercover operation, undercover journalist. The undercover police officer was able to gather crucial evidence without being detected.
Intensify.
To increase or make something increase in extent or strength.
Examples:
intensify diplomatic efforts, intensify a good relationship. Rebels have pledged to intensify the armed struggle against the dictatorship.
Nationalist.
Relating to or supporting a political ideology that emphasizes a strong sense of national identity and devotion to one's own country.
Examples:
nationalist sentiment, nationalist revolt. The nationalist rally attracted thousands of supporters.
Dissipate.
To disperse or scatter widely.
Examples:
dissipate heat, dissipate stress. The fog dissipated and the air cleared up.
Optimist.
A person who tends to expect the best in all things and to be hopeful and confident about the future.
Examples:
optimist by nature, excessive optimist. She is a confident optimist who always looks on the bright side.
Drastic.
Radical and extreme, likely to have a significant or far-reaching impact.
Examples:
drastic measures, make drastic revision. The global community is undergoing drastic changes at present.
Amaze.
To fill with wonder, surprise, or admiration.
Examples:
amaze and entertain visitors. Amaze everyone. The magician's tricks amazed the audience.
Astonishing.
Surprising or shocking, difficult to believe.
Examples:
Astonishing achievement. Make astonishing gains. The news of her sudden death was astonishing to everyone who knew her.
Powerless.
Lacking power, strength, or authority, unable to act or effect change.
Examples:
Powerless position. Powerless in the organization. During the hurricane, we felt powerless against the winds and rain.
Heroism.
Great courage or bravery, especially in the face of danger or adversity, the act of sacrificing oneself for a noble cause.
Examples:
Acts of heroism. Military heroism. The firefighter showed true heroism when he rescued the family from the burning building.
Embarrass.
To cause someone to feel awkward, worried, or ashamed.
Examples:
Embarrass political enemy. Embarrass my project. He looked for an opportunity to embarrass that actor in public.